1 to 2K Sports. We've got something special for you tonight. Added to the roster for this one, some collegiate players will be out there as well. A great chance for them to prove themselves. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
And it's Chicago to start out. Shaq in the high post. And finished off by O'Neal.
This is Shaq at his best, getting that deep position and then just muscling through. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Chicago ball.
And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Well, no matter how close you are to the rim, if the defense is lurking, consider moving the ball.
Here's Murray. Great D that time from Green. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, I know Williamson wants to get even closer, but he saw a window and he took it.
Murray. It's stolen by Green. Jones, that's for two. Up again. They kick it out to Green. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
The ball goes.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal. Pass to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And the look at the basket guy still shaking.
Yeah, if Zion gets a runway, nothing is going to stop him.
Just charging inside with some momentum there.
Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Into the lineup for Columbus. Number 12. God,
And here is Green. It's hauled in by Gordon.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now Morant. Pass to Murray. Back to Morant. Outside for Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, we always talk about Murray shooting, but he can attack the basket as well.
O'Neal from long range. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now here's Shaq. He has 5. Another 3 for Chicago.
Heat check. It's amazing how many guys can shoot it consistently from way past the line these days.
Murray, good.
Well, that's Murray answering right back from the perimeter. You have to love his competitive nature.
O'Neal from long range. Out of bounds, Columbus takes possession.
Substitution for Columbus. Theo Ratcliffe.
Columbus trails by 4.
Derek Fisher.
Pass to Mullen. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Back to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a battle inside, and through all the contact, he's able to finish that one.
The drive by Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling.
He made it!
Oh, it is cold-blooded.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
Shaquille O'Neal. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Chicago.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And let's also give them some credit for running the fake so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition. And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Columbus shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, you know, guys, every team could use a glue guy like Gordon. He brings all the intangibles and will do whatever it takes to win.
Columbus trails by 7 to the paint. Here's Bagley. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
O'Neal with the steal. From deep three-point land. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. Here's Mullen. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And the big guy is doing big things offensively. O'Neal knows his team counts on him to rack up points.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Columbus. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Out to the right wing. Sinks the three-pointer. Williamson's got 11 points.
And coaches preach the importance of unselfishness at all times. There, he gives the ball up for a better look.
And Chicago has possession. Following the miss by Chris Mullen.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And it's Jones with the ball for Chicago. Okushevsky in the corner. Green taking his time here. A 3-ball. Rebound by Columbus. On the wing, Mullen. 3-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 7.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
There's Green with the 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Outside, Beal to the middle. And the layup's good off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Trains the 3 while he's being fouled, and he might be able to make this a 4-point play.
And no wonder Green has been called the heartbeat of his team. He just makes plays that energize the entire roster.
Columbus trails by 14. And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray and is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. He has earned his swagger. Not really what we expected second, you know he wants that one back.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, Aaron Gordon able to use all his athleticism on that.
Inside, and he jams it with authority.
Well, my goodness, I think he was looking to tear the rim off its hinges. Look out.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
The second quarter with the score.
And so it's Chicago. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Jordan. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, nice ball movement. Credit that outstanding pass to the open man.
Outside Green. Kicks it out to Williamson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Williamson's got 14.
Zion keeping the defense on their toes right there.
Outside Beal. Just 5 on the clock. And Shaq pulls it down. Chicago leading by 12. On the wing, Green. Another three for Chicago.
And it's crucial that Green hits from the outside because it makes everything easier for his teammates.
Now a timeout call by Columbus. Here's Murray. 6 points for him. Going inside. And it's Murray with the jam.
Right there, recognizing the opportunity. Murray does not hesitate.
Beal from long range. Excellent D that time from Jones. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Williamson outside. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Pokusevski. Shaq controls in the paint.
It's a tall challenge trying to contain Shaq, especially when he's operating close to the basket.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Misses the three. Shaq with the screen. Fires the three. Pokusevski can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Beal gets a wide open look. Connects from three-point range.
And this is his bread and butter. Give Beal these looks from deep, and he is going to knock him down.
Here's Williams.
Well, we'll never get tired of those dunks from Zion.
To the inside. It's blocked by Shaq.
Oh, my word. You can't play much tougher interior defense than that.
.105 left here in the third quarter. There's Williamson with the three. The long distance three is buried. Williamson's got 19 points.
Williamson is putting together a great performance, really hunting his shots.
For the three. A kick out to O'Neal. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Shaq's got 5 points now in the quarter. Williamson outside. all alone. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Over the years, Williamson has refined his jumper and gained a lot of confidence in it.
And it's Murray penetrating.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to Shaq. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 25 points in the game.
We love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
64.
And so it's Chicago, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Chicago has possession. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. The drive by Williamson. Okrzyjewski with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. And that one's good by Shaq.
It's just hard guarding O'Neal in general, but when he's working in the pick and roll, it's almost impossible.
Down low. Here's Ratliff. It's blocked by Shaq.
Well, that's an incredible defensive effort there by him. He just erased that shot.
Here's Murray to the paint. It's blocked by Shaq. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
Columbus ball.
Here's Murray. Blocked again.
You see the defensive instincts there. That's what makes Green one of the best.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Chicago?
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And another difference maker for them has been their opportunistic defense, that they are really piling up the steals in this one.
Williamson from long range. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The physicality Gordon plays with jumps out at you. He's got a fearlessness about him.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
First one falls for.
At the line for the away team.
O'Neal hits them both.
Well, sending Shaq to the line here is on paper the smart foul, but O'Neal might just make them regret it.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, well, that's on the defense. They got to put out a little more effort to keep that from happening.
Shaq with it. Picked up by Bagley. The drive by Williamson. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
There's Williamson with the 3.
2 minutes.
That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. Williamson's got 24. And the dunk by Jordan.
And that's what Jordan does best, an extremely lethal dunker.
Williamson right side. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
1:36 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Gordon. Takes a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Columbus. For 3, Murray. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, shooters shoot, and Murray is unquestionably a shooter. He's taking that look every time.
Kicks it out to Williamson. And he hits the jump shot.
Zion Williamson.
Yeah, his scoring has been the story here. The defense has got to try a different approach because to this point, they've had no answer.
Second
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Jones, no one around him. Drops in the tray.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Shaq with it. Picked up by Bagley. O'Neal wide open. The offensive rebound. And the foul on Jamal Murray.
Jamal.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Stolen by Gordon.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for the steal.
Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Williamson's got 32 points in the game. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them.
Thanks again, Coach, for coming out and supporting your basketball team. Drive.